controlled entities are non-human and do not speak. The user prompt explicitly requests no voices, no dialogue.
Blackhead prevention begins with consistency, not force. Blackheads form when oil, dead skin cells, and tiny amounts of everyday debris collect inside a pore, and the surface of that plug darkens after exposure to air. They are not simply dirt sitting on the skin, and they are not usually improved by harsh scrubbing. In many cases, rough treatment only leaves the skin more irritated, more reactive, and more difficult to manage. A better approach is calm daily care. Wash the face gently in the morning and again at night with a mild cleanser and lukewarm water. Avoid very hot water, rough brushes, harsh scrubs, and the urge to attack the skin as if it were a stain that can be polished away. If makeup, sunscreen, sweat, or daily buildup is still on the skin at the end of the day, remove it fully before bed. Lightweight, water-based, or non-comedogenic products are often a better choice for skin that clogs easily, especially around the nose, chin, forehead, and jawline. Moisturizer still matters, even when skin feels oily, because skin that feels stripped and uncomfortable can become more reactive. If the skin tolerates it, salicylic acid may help loosen clogged material inside pores, and adapalene may help keep pores from becoming blocked over time. The important thing is to start slowly and stay steady instead of trying too much, too fast. Squeezing blackheads with fingernails or metal tools may feel productive for a moment, but it often leads to irritation, lingering marks, and a cycle of touching the face that creates more trouble than progress. Hair oils, pomades, and heavy styling products can also quietly contribute to clogged pores around the forehead and temples, so it helps to keep those products away from facial skin whenever possible. Pillowcases, hats, and phone screens do not need to become a source of anxiety, but keeping them reasonably clean supports a better environment for the skin. Blackhead prevention is not dramatic. It is a habit. It is a calm routine, repeated long enough to make the pores less likely to clog and the skin less likely to become irritated. And now, with that practical skincare advice folded away neatly like a clean towel in a bathroom cabinet, let us move into the longer, warmer, and much more cheerful part of the evening, where instead of standing under bright bathroom lights, we step into a small American town full of casserole dishes, folding chairs, local gossip, raffle tickets, and one retired gentleman who accidentally becomes the most entertaining man in 3 counties. In the little town of Clover Ridge, Ohio, 74-year-old Edwin Murphy believed in 3 things with total conviction. First, coffee should be strong enough to solve at least one personal problem before breakfast. Second, every screwdriver in a garage should have a permanent home and a right to be returned there. Third, no public event described as relaxed had ever been relaxed in the history of human civilization. Edwin was a retired postmaster, and if you think that sounds like the sort of profession that might produce a man who respects order, punctuality, labels, and silent judgment, you would be exactly right. For 39 years, he had sorted letters, calmed people angry about missing packages, and carried himself with the weary dignity of someone who knew that zip codes mattered even when humanity did not. He lived alone in a neat brick house with a white porch railing, a tidy lawn, and a kitchen that looked like it had passed an inspection nobody had actually scheduled. His wife, Eileen, had died 5 years earlier. Since then, Edwin had made a careful life out of habits. Up at 6, coffee at 6 to 10, newspaper at 6:15, toast at 7, a walk around the block if the weather was not feeling theatrical, lunch at noon, a radio program after lunch, a short rest in his armchair, that he referred to as reviewing gravity. Supper at 5:30, dishes at 6, porch by 6:30, bed by 10. He called it peace. Most days it was. Some evenings, it was just a little too quiet. The chief threat to Edwin's peace was his friend, neighbor, and unlicensed event coordinator, Shirley McGraw. Shirley was 71, energetic, cheerful, and capable of organizing 6 adults, 4 crockpots, and a raffle table in under 9 minutes. She wore bright cardigans, low shoes, and reading glasses on a silver chain that made her look like a woman who could both hug you and revise your signage in the same movement. She chaired the church social committee, ran the library fundraiser, organized the winter glove drive, and believed every person in town had a hidden gift for community service, especially the ones pretending to be unavailable. On a windy Thursday afternoon in October, Edwin was sitting on his porch with a mug of coffee and half a slice of pear cake when Shirley came up the walkway, carrying a casserole dish and a thick blue folder. Edwin took one look and said, "No." Shirley stopped at the steps. "You haven't even heard the question. You have a folder. I also have chicken pot pie casserole. That means the folder is serious. That means I came prepared." "For what?" "For your refusal." Edwin leaned back in his chair. "Then at least one of us is realistic." Shirley climbed the steps anyway, set the casserole on the porch table, and sat down without invitation, which was one of her great social crimes, and also one of her most efficient qualities. "The autumn lantern night has a problem," she said. Edwin closed his eyes for one brief second. Autumn Lantern Night was Clover Ridge's annual fall gathering in the church hall, a cheerful event involving casseroles, raffle baskets, pie, local music, paper lanterns, and enough folding chairs to host either a supper crowd or a low-budget Senate hearing. "What sort of problem?" he asked. The MC backed out. "Why?" His daughter invited him to Columbus. "That sounds legitimate." He also said he was not really a microphone person. Edwin nodded. "That sounds wise." Shirley ignored him. "So naturally I thought of you. Why would you do that?" "Because you speak clearly, people trust you, and you are funny." Edwin stared at her. "I am not funny. You are after 70. Dry counts. I sorted mail. You spent 40 years dealing with people who wrote addresses like ransom notes. You can handle a microphone. That is not the same as wanting one. You do not need to entertain. Just welcome people, introduce the musicians, announce the raffle baskets, and keep things moving. That sounds like work in church pants. That sounds like community. That sounds like trouble in polished shoes." Shirley smiled. "You'll be good. I'll be reluctant. That is not a skill. It." She tapped the folder. "I may already have written your name in pencil." Edwin looked at the casserole. "You volunteered before I agreed?" "In pencil," she said. "Reckless." "No. Just efficient in a way that strains the soul. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock. And if I refuse, I'll tell everyone you were intimidated by a microphone and decorative wheat. Those are not equal threats. Together they form a very believable rumor. That was how Edwin Murphy, retired postmaster and guardian of quiet evenings, became the emergency host of Clover Ridge's Autumn Lantern Night. For the next 24 hours, he prepared as if he were about to moderate a treaty between hostile pie territories. He found his navy blazer, the one reserved for weddings, funerals, and restaurant dinners involving cloth napkins. He polished his loafers. He made note cards. Then he rewrote them. Then he made backup note cards in case the first set failed morally. On Friday morning, his daughter Denise called from Pittsburgh. "Dad," Shirley told Mrs. Pruitt. Mrs. Pruitt told Aunt Karen, and Aunt Karen told me you're hosting the church event. Shirley should not have access to a communications network, Edwin said. Denise laughed. "You'll do great. I have 7 note cards. That means you care. I have backup note cards. That means you are still completely yourself. I also practiced pronouncing the fiddle player's last name. That means you're prepared. He practiced that afternoon in the hallway mirror. Good evening, and welcome to Autumn Lantern Night. Too stiff. Hello, friends and neighbors. Too cheerful. He looked like a man about to sell discounted mulch. Thank you all for coming tonight. Too vague. For what? Under what emotional arrangement? By the sixth attempt, he had introduced himself twice, thanked the umbrella stand, and nodded respectfully toward the thermostat. At that point, he decided the house had endured enough. Shirley arrived at 5:40 wearing a dark orange sweater and earrings like little pumpkins. You look distinguished, she said. You look procedural, Edwin replied. That's because I am. That's what worries me. The church hall was already full when they arrived. Long tables draped in orange and brown paper cloths filled the room. Mason jars with battery candles sat beside mini pumpkins and fake leaves. Raffle baskets gleamed under tight cellophane. Crock lined the back wall beside casseroles, green beans, macaroni, beans, cornbread, pies, cobblers, cakes, and 2 gelatin dishes Edwin distrusted on visual principle. The room smelled like coffee, cinnamon, gravy, and determined public enthusiasm. Retirees in cardigans sat in front. Children in sweaters moved between chairs like small weather systems with shoelaces. Widowers in sport coats stood in the coffee urn discussing the weather as though the clouds had requested public comment. Missus. Whitaker guarded the pie table with the measured intensity of a museum curator protecting national treasure. Why is it so heavy? He whispered. Because it contains responsibility. It contains batteries and pressure. She patted his sleeve and vanished into volunteer motion, which mostly involved brisk walking and lists. Edwin stepped onto the stage. The room settled. He adjusted the microphone. It squealed sharply. Half the audience jumped. Well, he said, that certainly sped up introductions. The room laughed. Interesting, he thought. He cleared his throat. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Clover Ridge's Autumn Lantern Night, the only event in town where you can admire decorative pumpkins, win a raffle basket, and disagree privately about stuffing before dessert. The laughter came warm and immediate. My name is Edwin Murphy, and I'm your host tonight because the original MC apparently received a stronger competing offer involving family, travel, and a healthier relationship with microphones. Now the room was with him, not wildly, not theatrically, but comfortably. He introduced the opening act, a local guitar and fiddle pair called Hickory Lane, who played old-time songs with cheerful energy and exactly the sort of timing that makes people clap before the tune is fully over. Afterward, Edwin returned to the microphone and said, "Let's hear it again for Hickory Lane," proving that in Ohio, nostalgia still has excellent rhythm. The audience laughed and applauded again. For the first hour, things went smoothly. There was music, supper, a short prayer, and the gentle movement of people pretending not to calculate how quickly they could reach dessert without appearing obvious. Edwin relaxed. He even improvised a line while introducing the raffle baskets. Please remember, enthusiasm is welcome, but this remains a fundraiser, not a property dispute. That got a solid laugh. Then Shirley rushed to the side of the stage with the expression of a woman who had discovered, once again, that planning was mostly symbolic. "We have a problem," she whispered. Edwin stared at her.